There will be a lot of jobs in the AI industry, but I guess most of these jobs will be in California and not in Honduras or Mexico. So it's not really a relevant answer. It's not really a relevant solution. I mean, you still need the data points, as you say, to train the AI, at least for some period. But here the danger is that we might see a kind of data colonization, a little parallel to what we've seen with the Industrial Revolution. I mean, the model in the 19th century, let's say for Britain and its colonies, is that you grow cotton in Egypt. You send the raw cotton from Egypt to Britain. There, the really important and profitable business of producing textiles, this was the high tech of the 19th century, was the textile industry. So you send the raw materials of cotton from Egypt to Manchester, you produce the shirt in Manchester, and then you send it back to Egypt to be sold. And most of the profits are, of course, in Manchester. And we might see the same thing with the data economy, that you harvest data, let's say in Mexico, you send the raw data to California, it's being processed there, the high-tech products of AI are being produced in California, and then you send back the finished good to be sold in Mexico. And the vast majority of profits are therefore in California. And the only thing that data colony contributes is the initial data. There is a lot of talk now about ownership of data and how to ensure that people not just own their data, but profit from their data being used. There is talk about a data tax. But part of the issue is that, I mean, we are used to an economy in which currency, in which money, dollars, euros, yens, is the main thing that is being exchanged all the time. But we might be moving to a world in which the main thing that is being exchanged in more and more interactions is only information. If you're thinking in terms of taxing dollars, you're missing most of what is happening in the economy. And it's not just, okay, let's try to put a dollar value on the information being transmitted. Again, you're missing the main point. Don't put a dollar value in it, put an information value in it, and maybe we need to have an information tax, which is not only a tax on information, it's a tax in information. You need to pay in information. And we still don't have kind of the conceptual framework to deal with such an economy. It's very hard to conceptualize what it means to own and control your data. We have thousands of years of experience in ownership of land. So it's easy to conceptualize. I own this piece of land, I build a fence around it, there's a gate, I decide who goes in, who goes out. Very easy to conceptualize. What does it mean that I own, let's say, my medical data, my DNA, like my most private data possible, my DNA code? It's mine. Okay, what does it mean? I mean, unlike land, which you have just one copy of a field, it's in one place, you can't move it, you can't transmit it, nothing. With DNA, okay, I have a printout of my DNA, wonderful. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, there can be 1 billion copies of my DNA in all kinds of clouds and computers and whatever. It can be used in so many ways which I don't understand. We are very far from understanding what it means on your DNA and to have reasonable models for how to allow usages that I want, like access to my doctor, from usages that I don't want. So this is one problem. The other problem is that we are now in a situation when the data of individual people is very valuable because it is used to hack the humanity and to train AI. But this is not going to stay like this for long. Once the AI is trained and once humanity is hacked, the data of individual people is going to decrease drastically because we already figured out this animal. So the next 1 billion people, we don't really need their data anymore, not as much. Now is the critical time. And the really important thing about what's being accumulated, especially in the US and in China, is the ability to hack human beings.